This episode may contain sensitive topics. Discretion is advised. Hello, and welcome to the Lusty Lounge. One of our hosts will be with you in a moment.
Thank you, Desiree. And hello, hi, welcome back to an all-new episode of the Lusty Lounge podcast. Sit back, relax, and allow us to indulge you in some degenerate-type shenanigans. I'm your host, OP Suna. I just worked, so I'm very tired, so excuse me for wanting to sound like I want to commit. Joining me this week is, Noodle can go first because she has boobs.
Noodle, you alive over there?
I guess not. All right. Also joining me. So, while I appreciate you for doing that, that would have been a good bit. And like, damn, they're coming for her. They're too big.
Yeah.
All right. Also joining Noodle is Puce.
What's up?
And we have a special guest because they agreed to this. I don't know why they agreed to this. Special guest, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Profanity. You guys can call me T. I also have boobs, I guess.
I feel so fucking stupid.
Why?
Did you just connect those dots?
No, I never actually clicked her name, so it just says T, and I'm like, I mean, it's a name, just like, it's whatever. I didn't know the whole thing. I never clicked on anything else, so.
Yeah, no, it was like a pun I came up with a while ago, and I was like, that'd be a cool username. Because, my usual gamer tag gives away my real name, like a little bit of my real name. And I was like, I don't really feel like having potentially my husband's family or my family catch that and maybe view. And I'm like, nah, that's not shit I want to deal with.
Being doxxed would be bad.
Yeah, it would be.
Understandable. So we're gonna talk about boobs. We were supposed to talk about boobs on the first, but then dates got fucked up. But it'd be like that. Working as an adult is hard. No offense.
And time zones are...
Time zones are a fucking
cunt. Time zones are stupid.
So, I guess because you gave us free range outside of doxing, how big are your titties?
Do you want, like, American sizing, or do you want, like, UK sizing? Because
I was gonna say, I know technically UK sizing is like the more accurate size.
Yeah, because UK sizing...
We're Americans. We don't believe in accuracy.
So, like, UK sizing,
unless
basically,
it's a school.
It's like you take your measuring tape and then you measure at the nipple and then you go around the circumference of your bust and chest and then you go back to the nipple and that takes the whole thing. So I think by that sizing, I believe that is... Oh shit, it's been a while. I think it's 63 centimeters. But last I was checked properly, I think I am a 36G.
Damn, she's competing with you, Noodle. Goddamn.
I know. Goobers.
Well, it's not that they're like humongous or anything. It's just like I'm on the chubbier side.
Oh, I understand.
Hey,
So am I.
G cup is still a G cup. That's pretty big.
True.
I can't wait for this to be the episode. Me and Puce agree so much until it gets to expansion, and I'm like, all right, I'm out.
Well, okay, so like the way that I discovered my actual cup size was, I don't want to say awkward, but it was like interesting because basically like I went into this bra store and it's like it's not like fucking like Victoria's Secret. It's
Is it
like
Torrid?
Yeah, I don't know what.
Yep.
No, not Torrid.
Or it was there's
I think it's called Change or something like that.
Change.
Yeah. So for context, I'm Canadian.
Oh,
so we might have different stores, but yeah, there's like this specialty bra store called Change, and it's for like a huge variety. It's like literally specifically for bras. And they do sell like panties and shit, but it's like specifically for bras, and it's like for all kinds of walks in life. So it's like when your like boobs have settled, like have like finished developing, up until like your old age, and it's like for like there's like sports bras, underwires, t-shirt bras, stuff like that. So it was really specific. Anyway, so I walked in because I was like, I guess I've never really been sized. So I walk in, the lady initially does like the boob measurement, like, you know, the nipple circumference, not the circumference of my nipple, but like from like the nipple around my chest circumference measurement. And she's like, okay, so according to this, it should be 36G or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. So she gives me like a bunch of bras to try, so that I can like see if that's like accurate. So like I go into the change room and she knocks, I try on a bra, she knocks in the door, and this lady is like, she's not like, she's probably like in her like middle age, like mid to mid 40s to late to early 50s. And so she like knocks on the door, and I'm like, she's like, how's it going? And I was like, it's okay. She's like, if you're cool with it, can I come in and check for you? I'm like, sure. So I open the door for her, and she comes in, and like at first it's like all chill stuff. It's just like making sure like the cup is adjusted well, that like the wiring and the strap is all adjusted well. And then she goes like, how's the spillage? And I was like, I didn't know what that meant. I was like, I don't know what that is. So then she reaches, like, she goes, may I? So I'm like, okay. So she reaches into my side boob and scoops all of like the excess and puts it into the cup and adjusts it. And I was just like, I was not disturbed in any way, because I guess I have a little bit too much trust, I don't know, but I was just like, oh,
I would say trust. It's, you're in a bra store, there's kind of like, and it's a woman doing it, there's kind of like a level of like understanding where you're like, there's no nefarious things going on, you are genuinely like trying to put my titty in
I guess that's what it was. So it
properly.
was like, after that she was like, how does that feel? And I was like, it feels fine, it's good. And that's how I discovered my actual bra sizing in American terms, because I was just like, because I didn't know that I had to scoop the side boob in. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I had read about it, but I didn't know that was serious. I thought it was like another Tumblr myth, because I found a lot of Tumblr myths that I've like believed, and I was like, oh, okay, well that was cool.
Oh,
What did you think you were before that?
I didn't know that I was above the double Ds, because I guess I know that bras could go over double D, but I was like, when I look in the mirror. So another thing is, I have teardrop shaped boobs, so that basically,
you have gravity.
like they're
like
they're really weighted on the bottom. So I would look in the mirror and I was like, this cannot be bigger than that. So I just always assumed they were double Ds.
So
I feel like every girl
boobs
goes
like
through
never
that.
comfortable in a bra? Like, was there not any like pinching or like your nipple
I
not
guess it's
sitting
because
right in
so
the
I was
bra?
actually talking to a friend about this. I don't really wear bras. I wear more sports bras. So,
that's what it is.
Yeah, so I would always just measure my.
And with the smaller size, it would just
yeah,
squish
that's
it off,
what
so
I
you
thought.
it was
It was
fine.
like, oh, it's just doing its job really well. Like, this is just a really good sports bra. So I never
so
like
bad for your back
questioned that
support.
shit. Yeah, I never questioned that shit, and I was like, so yeah, when I got size proper, I was like, fuck. So then I actually had to like check to make sure that my size is also available in sports sizes as well, because without going too much into my job, I work a very physical job, so wearing regular
labor
bras,
intensive?
yeah, labor intensive job. So wearing a regular bra is just, it wasn't very comfortable. So I do now, after being sized properly, I do own maybe like 4 regular ones, but I think I own like 6 sports bras. Yeah.
Understandable. I had a question and it completely like flew out of my head. I feel so bad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're
Bras,
fine.
boobs,
It was about to be
nipple
about boobs.
size.
Not nipple size. I figure that is the one nice thing about having big boobs is is having proper nipple to skin ratio, areola to skin ratio. I feel like that's also so important with titty.
Okay.
For me.
I get to chime in. I get to chime in now because
Oh,
I
go for it.
set up my fucking
Go.
audio interface. I actually decided to turn on because I totally forgot about that. So like, for me personally, I like more areola, not less areola. That's not to say less areola isn't good. It has its place. But I've been corrupted by hentai and dojin, so I'm like, yeah, there should be way more areola. So like, as someone who didn't pass biology, because that's going to be my joke now.
Oh, that's fine.
What does it do?
What do you mean? What does
What?
it do?
The areola, it's just darker skin on the nipple, and I'm like, yeah, but like it has to serve a purpose, right? And then I'm like, your appendix doesn't do anything, and I'm like, you're right.
Your
You're
appendix
right.
does
Well,
stuff.
technically, when a uterus haver has baby, the areola, the areola and nipples, they get darker and a little bit bigger. It's because technically babies can't really see that well until they're about 6-7 months.
So
Everything's just kind of like blurry, so it's kind of like they need the target to like, know where the boobie is.
I actually didn't know that.
You know, that makes 1,000% sense.
I didn't know that. I could say I learned something today.
I have a lot of biology knowledge, so don't worry. I have every answer possible.
Oh, also...
No, I knew babies were blind, so that makes sense.
Also, the areolas have a specific gland in there that secretes oil that helps. It's not perfect, but it does help decrease chafing if the uterus haver or the pregnant parent, the birthing parent, breastfeeds.
You still gotta put lotion on them, though.
Yeah. I don't have kids.
I can do
so
that. I can do that. I can do it for you.
It's crazy.
I got you.
It's crazy.
Wow.
So yeah, are we big areola enjoyers or small areola enjoyers? Chat, let me know in the comments what you prefer, because this is totally going to be a YouTube video somehow. I don't fucking know.
That's gonna be awesome. I love it.
We didn't say anything that would put us in the red.
I was gonna say, I'm surprised because I personally prefer when they're smaller.
Cute.
But for me, it's weird. The reason I'm surprised is because it's the same reason as you. I watched one too many hentai, read one too many dojin, and they're always like small and cute and like dainty. So I was
Dainty
like,
is such a word.
that's like
Dainty is a word.
Yeah, they're
Love
just like
it.
so cute and small. So I was like, oh yeah, I like when they're smaller. So it's not weird that that's what you're interested in. It's weird that we both consumed similar things but ended up the opposite direction. Because like,
To be fair, I feel like that's how it is in Dojin and hentai. It's either
I
huge
agree.
or tiny.
that's true.
Yeah.
So like, because Japan has got its own narrow spiciness, they want everything to be cute and like consumable. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense why they go for smaller. In real life, no. No. Absolutely not.
Fairly accurate unless there's been a boob job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because sometimes like it's a little harder to get a proper skin graft, I want to say, for a nipple, so it just remains tiny. Just remains small.
I think also a thing that I discovered maybe like, I want to say like 2018, 2019. This girl and I, we were on we met on like a Discord server, an Inuyasha Discord server of all things.
Cute.
And
my
we
God.
was talking, and she was like, I don't remember how we even got onto this topic, but we were also talking about boobs, and then she got onto the topic about how she was like, yeah, so I realized that like my boobs are not like unusual, and I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, I was creeping my husband's Reddit, and I noticed he follows okay, so her and her husband are super chill people, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care that she was like on it. And she was like, I was creeping through it and I realized he was following Reddit, what are they called? Reddit thread? Reddit
Subreddits.
like the
Subreddit.
the subreddit.
Yeah, it's an art.
Yeah.
He was following our ghost nipples, and it's
I was
literally-
about to bring that up.
Yeah, so
Oh my
it's literally
goodness.
like, it's not even that the areola are big or small, it's just that their
You can't
their
tell.
melanin is pretty much the same as their regular skin tone, so it doesn't present as like big or little. It just looks like it kind of blends. And so I looked into it and I was like, oh, I like this. And then she was like, that's crazy because that's the kind of nipple I have. And I was like, oh, then girl, if things didn't work out
Your
with our
husband loves you.
No, not even, bro. I was like, girl, if things didn't work out with either of our husbands, we could hook up because that's the kind of shit I'm into. She's like, I bet. And that's how we became good friends.
Cute.
You know, I'm not going to throw out my usual line, too tired. They know what it is, and they're probably tired of hearing about it too, so it's fine. I'm going to deviate slightly as soon as I find this godforsaken post and figure out how to share it to y'all.
That's funny though, because I was
So
gonna bring up those nipples.
When did you realize boob was big?
For me?
Why the fuck? Why in the ungodly fuck did you say it like that? Bitch, I need you to be a little normal. Just like a little.
I don't want to. She understood that's all that matters.
You know fucking no. You don't answer your own fucking question then first. When did your titties get big?
When did
I
you
was in
realize
6th
big?
grade. And I was a D cup, and I realized when I leaned forward on the desk, I could not see half of the paper, and I was like, huh, this is weird. And I'll look over at my friend and be like, do you have this problem? And they would be very upset.
Do you have this
That's
problem?
crazy.
Yeah. And I was like an F cup by the time I left high school.
Oh, girl.
I am so glad I did not.
Yeah,
go
I
to
did not
school
stop.
with
I'm
you.
still not done.
Oh,
I'm so glad.
Boob is still going. Like, I'm at a G cup, but I haven't gotten a new bra in a while. And boob spills over. I know I've gone up another cup size, but I don't care to fix it. I know boob big. Boob does not stop growing. Makes me cry.
Oh, gosh.
But
I'm
boob,
so glad I
boob
didn't
nice.
go to school with you.
Oh my god.
I didn't go to school with any girls who had like huge boobs.
Yeah, you did.
I dated both of them, actually.
Wait, so there's only 2
I'm
girls in your
going-
school
Two girls
who had enormous
Oh.
tits? How small was your school, dog? Or
Listen.
how flat were all the girls in your school? That's crazy.
Most of the girls in my school were pretty flat.
That's
Same.
Ain't nothing
Except
wrong
for
with
the
flat
2.
titties, though. It just depends on what you like.
I think I was the only
Well-
big booby lady at school.
You said you were a what when you left high school?
F.
F.
F cup.
Okay, my friend had you beat by a size, but like she was also a bit bigger. That didn't fucking stop me. If anything, that encouraged me. But I need y'all to look at the
understand.
link. Need y'all to look at
I
the
already looked at
second
them.
link.
The
Delicious.
second
So-
line?
So let's talk about this for a hot second because it's topical. It's a lie,
cream?
but it's
Oh.
topical.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
first off, the breast milk ice cream, I feel like it's a thing that's been done before,
Oh, for
just
sure.
in like mom
There's
and pop
somebody-
shops.
There's a woman who I follow on, that I've watched on the TikTok. She made her own cheese with her own breast milk. She said it was very sweet and nutty.
There's a girl
Jealous.
who I watched a YouTube documentary on. This bitch had a whole ass side hustle of selling her breast milk to bodybuilders.
Yeah, 'cause
Dang,
it's
that's
really
pretty
It
cool.
should have been me.
Like she would like her kids, and I think for me the thing that I felt bad for wasn't. I don't know if I would say. Well, yeah, what I felt bad for is her kids were like old enough to know that people would think it was weird. Like,
Oh,
like
Oh,
crap.
that means the
They
mom's
were
a freak.
conscious
her
enough
youngest-
of the internet.
yeah, like her youngest child was like 13 years old. So
Oh my God.
they're like old
Her
enough.
mom was into some shit. Okay.
It wasn't
Um,
even like weird ways of selling it. It was literally she would just pump. And so like the story of how she got into it was she was like pumping breast milk for she breastfed all 3 of her kids. With her last one, like she was pumping, and before like the breast milk was like weaning off because like she was trying to get the kid off of the breast, one of her husband's friends, not even behind the husband's back, like in front of the husband, was like, yo, would you like pump some and give some to me, because like that's like high in protein and nutrients, and like I'm trying to get gains or whatever. And she was like, okay.
Trying to bulk over here.
Yeah, so she was like, okay, no problem. So she did. And then I don't fucking know if like homeboy or husband are just really open about shit, but like soon both the guy and the husband were like, yeah, so like our gym homies are all asking for some. So she literally just kept it up and like made a side hustle. So in her like hometown and like some of the adjacent, like some of the towns in the periphery, like they go to buy her breast milk. And I was like, I respect the hustle, but I wouldn't play the game. You know?
It should have been me.
That's crazy.
I fucking love that phrasing, I have to say. I respect the hustle, but too scared to play the game. I love that. I'm stealing that. Thank you. I have to send that to someone right now.
That's what I say for everything, man. Like,
I love that. It's stolen.
Like, one time, like, work was, like, there was a point where work was real quiet, and it was because of the pandemic. And I was, like, telling my husband, I was like, yo, should I, like, learn how to draw furry porn? And he was like, what the fuck? And so, mind you, both my husband and I are practicing Christians, but he's, like, a lot more prudent than I. He's a lot more chaste. And so he's like, what the fuck? Like, why would you contemplate that? And I was like, yo, furry
money.
Porn? I was like, dude, if I could get really good at that shit, furry porn can sell for, like 200 Canadian a pop. And he was like, oh shit, okay.
I don't know what it is about, like, what it is with, like, furries and their art, but, like, they go to hell and high water for that shit.
Well, I can respect, as a VTuber, I get it, but what I don't understand is how are so many furries so fucking loaded? Because
they're all IT bros and women.
Is that really it? Because, yeah, I was
yes.
like, bro, I have
they're
to
all
save,
in, like, technical computer jobs.
That's crazy work, man. Again, I respect the hustle, but I wouldn't play the game.
All right, so side note, because we're going to have an episode about furries at some point. Who the fuck knows when?
Yeah.
You have...
really find one.
One with the suit.
Oh, I was going to say, are you asking me to be on that episode? Because I've gone through the long journey of being like, am I a furry? And being like, yeah, I guess I am. At least, like furry adjacent. But that's off topic. Anyway, yeah.
There are two things about people with, like, computer technical, like, IT jobs. They either do the incel to trans girl route, or they become furries.
Or both. Okay.
Well, or both. Both is exceedingly rare, but it's one or the other. Sometimes both, never neither.
Actually, the hotel, like a block from me, every February has a furry convention, and every year I forget. So, like, I'll go to the fucking store, and I'll be like, where the fuck are all... And I'll forget, too. So it's not like I'm, like, being, like, weirded out. I'm just like, where the fuck are all these mascots coming from? And then eventually it occurs to me that I'm like, oh, it's the furry convention. Right.
There's very interesting to see, like, people compare boobs to fruits. Like, I think of the amount of times my boobs have been compared to, like, cantaloupes.
Cantaloupes?
See, listen, fruit, fuck you.
They're not, but they don't, they're
like
two teardrop shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I disagree.
But just like that's how boobs can get.
What are you gonna say?
She's
her
got
boobs are like large egg plants or something?
No, she's got full on
God.
watermelons, dog. I'm looking at the picture. They're like full on watermelons, dog. Like I've got. Well, I can pull up the other picture, but I don't know where it's at, so I'm not gonna go through all the effort. But as someone who has seen enough, no, cantaloupe, no, that full on like elongated watermelon. I'm over here like, how do you hold all that?
With hopes and dreams.
That's what I was gonna comment on. Was I think Pius mentioned how I discovered my boobs were sizable. So I don't know. I think this is a lot of breast havers of the happy to have breasts. Like, you know, like how some people have breasts and they don't like it. But like for me, I
hello.
quite enjoy mine. So like sometimes I just cup them. And
yes, I just hold them.
Yeah,
I just hold them randomly.
So
just hold them,
right?
give a little squish.
Yeah. So in high school, I would also do that, and I guess like they would just kind of be held. But I think like maybe a couple years ago, I was holding them, and I was like, "Ooh, I can get like a whole palm under these bad boys." And then like I started to like feel the weight, and I was like, "Oh, I think maybe these are like sizable." That's how I discovered that my boobs were of the larger variants, and I was like, oh, I can hold them up and like get like a whole ass like handful of them and like have my palms be like palm up instead of having to like roll my hands inwards to be able to gather them, if that makes sense. Because like if you're flatter, your hands would be rolled closer to your chest, whereas if you're heavier, your hands would be like rolled away. So mine can be like just like flat palm up. Yep. I'm like literally doing it right now just to like make sure that I know my
when you
own
brought
anatomy.
It up, I honestly like picked up my boobs. I had my moment where I was like,
Noodle's like, what is the orientation of my hands? 90 degrees.
Well, I already know the orientation of my hands because,
yeah, they're bi.
That's crazy, bro.
Sorry.
But it's more
Sorry.
I was very aware of how big my boobs were. Like, throughout middle school and high school, I was very aware of, like, I've got fat boobers. And it was very pointed out among my friends. They were like, you know you have big boobs, right? And I'm like, damn right I do. Ha ha ha. I can't get under this car. Somebody help me.
I wish I had,
I had auto shop.
A good experience.
I had auto shop.
Because, like, for me, I started going through puberty pretty young. Like, I think I was 9 when I had to get my first training bra. And I remember that was such a nightmare because, like, people would, like, grab the strap of my bra when they were sitting behind me and they would, like, snap it. And I would be like, I would be like, what the fuck? And I think I was literally the first in my whole grade to get a training bra. And I was so happy by grade 7 when almost every girl started wearing, or not girl, but I guess back then it was years ago, so yeah, I guess like female presenting
we're
people.
all old. Yes, we're all old here. Yes.
So like back then all the female presenting people were wearing training bras by grade 7. I was so happy because I was like, I hated it. Like for 4th and 5th grade, I was either the only one or like one of like 3. And I hated it. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck?
All right, so while we're on this topic, let's have serious time for a moment. So, why? Oh, I guess we'll start with the why. Why is not why? How do I phrase this? Why do so many other women have such, for all intents and purpose and pun intended, big boob envy? Like, I get having some boob envy, but like some girls get like, really, really mad.
I think I don't mean to be one of those people, but I think it is partially the male gaze, which
I was gonna say we live in a society.
Yeah, we live in a society where the male gaze was like the predominant factor of like what sells in media, and so that was like the thing, right? Was like, oh, we like what was like popular when I was a kid, like I didn't watch this because I was way too young. My dad didn't watch it either, but like I knew of people who would joke about like Baywatch and shit, and like how I forgot who the main actress was, Pamela Anderson or whatever, but like her like the whole thing, the whole thing was like there was like a slow run, and like the slow run would feature the guys like shirtless, but it was more about like their musculature and how powerful and strong they were, whereas the girls, it was like a small frame but like big and busty, and how their boobs would like shake as they ran in slow-mo, and that was like the huge thing. So I think the big boob thing is not necessarily a desire of
I feel like it's conditioning.
Yeah, it's conditioned. Because for me personally...
And also, like, male mommy issues, too.
Yeah, probably that. Because, like, for me personally, I don't mind how big my boobs are right now, but I wish I could go back to when I was a C, because I felt at that point they were big enough for me to be happy, but small enough for me to not always feel self-conscious about it, because sometimes I feel self-conscious. Like, sometimes if, like, if I'm out, or if I'm, like, at a party and, like, I have a dress that rides a little bit lower, it makes me feel a little bit self-conscious of, like, oh my god, there's so much cleavage, so weird, and I don't really... It's not something that makes me... It's not something that pleases me, and that's, like, not even, like...
Slut.
It's not even a slut thing. It's, for me, it's literally just like, oh, so much skin exposed, and I don't like it, because, like, it's weird, because, like, sorry, go ahead.
Well, we grew up two different ways, so that also is a factor.
True, yeah. Because, like, I wasn't ashamed of, like, slut shaming or anything, because I would wear, like, really short shorts and stuff like that. So it really wasn't, like, an issue of, like, the actual skin coverage as much as it was just, like, so much tits out. Because, like, I would also wear crop tops and be like, well, I don't really fucking care about, like, tummy. Like, with the boobs, like, the cleavage, I'd be like, whoa, so much. So I miss when I was a C cup, because that was when it felt like if I had something that rode a bit lower, I wouldn't feel like, whoa, so much boobie.
It's a good but manageable size.
Yeah, it was a good and manageable size, and it didn't make me feel, like, overly aware of them. And I think another thing that makes me feel conscious is, like, I don't know about Noodle, but, like, for me, when I get my period, sometimes the girls get a bit, like, swollen. So, like, there's times where, like, I'll be out doing errands and, like, let's say I'm doing groceries and I'll reach to, like, grab something on a shelf and I'll just, like, very lightly graze my boob with, like, my arm, and I'm just like, oh, so clunky.
Oh, why'd you say it like that?
Oh, fuck me, I love that. That's funny.
Oh,
I just go, ooh, extra boobie today.
Yeah, I just don't. I'm just
That's
like,
just how I go. Like, whoa there, Elvira.
And it's
got
like,
some
it's
titty
like,
going on.
And it's like, when I go out to do errands, like, I don't give a shit about the way I'm dressed. Like, I'm in, like, the baggiest, ugliest drip I could have, or I'll be in, like, a crew neck sweater that's like a 5XL, which is, like, way too big for me. And so when I feel my arm graze my boob, I'm like, oh, so vile.
Well, my boyfriend likes my boobs, and when I get really close to my period, he'll stare at them and be like, your period's coming. I'm just like, go fuck yourself.
That's
or he'll
crazy.
Like, I got this really. He loves my boobs.
I know, that's good for you. That's good for you.
But he'll stare at them for a moment, like when I'm getting dressed or I'm, like, changing into something else. He's like, yeah, your period's gonna happen. Or, like, because we're a little weird, he'll smell my neck and be like, it's gonna happen. I'm like, how? He's like, your hormones.
I was gonna say, you do actually give off
your
different
pheromones
hormones.
are much stronger. I'm just like,
and there's also people,
what if I kill you?
There's also some people who have, like, more olfactory nerves, so they can, like, smell that. Because, like, I have a friend
You for sure can.
who can smell when it's gonna rain. Not like,
oh, I have that.
I love that smell.
shit.
Yeah, like,
I
not
love
like,
that smell.
I don't know, I don't get it, but it's not like he smells it like on a Monday. He'll be like, it's gonna rain on Friday. It's just like, if we're out, he'll be like, it's probably gonna rain in a few minutes. No, I'll be like, the fuck are you talking about? And then it'll actually rain in a few minutes. Yeah, I'm like, the fuck?
I also live in Ohio, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the Midwest is just, everybody can smell the rain.
That's crazy. I can't do that shit.
It's a good smell.
I believe it. I just have never smelled it myself, unfortunately. I have a shit sense of smell. I literally have a shit sense of everything.
Rain.
Yeah, after rain I can smell. That smells nice.
Yeah, that's a better smell. So titties, because I don't remember what the fuck I even asked at this point.
We were talking size for a minute there.
Oh, boob envy.
Oh yeah, but no. Okay, so my thing. Yeah, how dare American media? Japan still does this shit, and I'm like, brother, 90% of your women ain't getting past the C. Leave it the fuck alone. Please stop. I'm so goddamn tired of seeing it in my anime.
Have you been to Japan?
Not
I
yet.
have.
Next year.
Okay.
Puce doesn't remember his trip. I don't want to hear it.
I
Puce is-
remember it.
Sure you do.
So, when we were in Japan back in like 2018, we were in
Fucking
Shibuya.
Hey, that's about the
Hell
same year.
yeah. Oh my god, that's crazy. We could have crossed paths. I'm just joking. But wait, I went in May. Last week of May, first
No,
week of
I
June.
think I went in like February.
Oh, never mind. Yeah,
April?
we didn't cross paths. But yeah, so we were in Shibuya, and then it was a group of 6 of us, and the other couple got separated in the Shibuya crossing. And so
Oh
it
my
was
God.
me, my husband, and our 2 friends. And we went into, like, if you're at Shibuya crossing, there's this giant bookstore. Like, you literally cannot miss it. So we were like,
Oh yeah, I love that place. That place was cool.
yeah, so we were like, let's just go in there. We went in there, we went on every floor, and then as we were on the floor, I noticed this door.
You're gonna bring up what I know you were bringing
I'm gonna
up.
bring up what you know I'm gonna bring up. I noticed this door, and I noticed people are going in it, but they don't look like employees. So I was like, what's that? And then we can't read Japanese, right? So I'm just like, what's that? And so me and my husband and the 2 other guys, we start not like hardcore observing the door, but we would like glance every time someone would walk in. And we were like, yeah, okay, those were not employees. Like by the 3rd or 4th person, we were like, yo, those are not employees. So we're like, fuck it, let's try. So we walk in, and I literally remember the order. So it's single guy number 1, single guy number 2, my husband, me. And as soon as I walk in, all eyes are on me as the only woman in the porn section.
Oh my god, I love that. That's so fucking funny.
I didn't mean to.
I can imagine the shame on these men's faces of like,
the shame
oh,
was
no,
crazy. And the funny
Woman.
thing is, I didn't look shameful at all. I was like,
no, I figured all the men would.
Oh
yeah,
no, you're a fucking gaijin, so you get the fucking gaijin pass.
all the dudes, and I shit you not, the ones who were the most ashamed were not like the old middle-aged men in
It was
business
probably the
suits.
younger ones.
It was like, yeah, it was like, you are definitely in university. And so like all of like the young guys, like they turned like so awkwardly into the corner, and I'm just like, not this
Fuck's going on here?
yeah, well, sort of pun intended, but I'm just tittering away, like looking at all the books, being like, oh shit. But like, yeah, that was something that caught my eye, was like, there are women who are small framed and well endowed in the breast area, but it was like, I was like, dude. And the crazy thing was, like, I can spot when it's like a boob job. Not always, especially when it's well done, but most of the time I can spot it. But these girls on the cover, unless this is insane Photoshop, which could be legit because Japan, but I was like, holy shit, these bitches are like, they are, oh, these are big naturals. That's crazy shit. And like, the only reason I left that room was because my husband and my guy friends were getting uncomfortable that all eyes were on us. And they were like,
I wonder why.
they were like, we need to go. I was like, why? And they were just like, they were like, T, we gotta fucking go. Like, we can't do this. I was like, bro, this is lame as fuck. And we left. But I was just like, that's fucking crazy, bro. Like, that's so wild. And it's like, whenever you go in this bookstore, I believe it's like the 3rd or 4th floor, it is like the weirdest door because it literally looks like an employee only kind of door. But people are just fucking wandering in. And it's not like, you know, it's not covered in like warning banners. It's not covered with like a curtain that kind of implies something. It's literally just a door.
Oh,
that's
see,
why
the
we're
building
like,
I walked
"Aw."
into, the building I went into was all like manga and comic books, and like again, the 3rd or 4th floor, it was quote unquote only for the men, and it was all the doujin you could think of. Every book you opened, it was straight to like nude woman, and then the next floor it was only for women. And obviously the other way around, and I was like, "Oh, this is crazy!" And like you'd walk around the aisles, and people are just openly reading it, and I'm like,
Yep.
That's brave."
Wild. I love that.
What do you mean brave?
God, I wanna go to
How is
Japan.
that brave? They're just reading the books in the section they're allowed to read the porn. I'm just like, it's
Yeah,
normal.
but just-
It's the porn section. Yeah.
But
It's just crazy.
I think
Like,
the-
you wouldn't expect to be reading just straight up a dojin in the middle of Barnes and Nobles.
I mean, like, I can respect it, but, like, for me, I think the thing that's brave is that, like, if you're reading some, like, vanilla shit, not really brave, but if you're reading some, like, ape shit, and, like, in the middle of the fucking aisle, like, people gonna be like, ooh,
Nah,
you like
people-
that
like, people
kind of
over
shit?
here-
I'm picking up
Yeah.
the book and stepping aside a little bit to look at it very closely.
Yeah, right? Like, just
Nah.
peek
Not
over
what I'm
the
looking
shoulder.
for. Put back.
Um,
I would just be hunched over and be like, is this the correct one? No, put it back.
Yeah.
Is this the right one?
And then, like, another day we were in Akibara, and we were on our way from the station we get off to the Gundam Cafe, and I'm just looking around, and I look around, I do a double take, I'm like, "Hun, is that what I think it is?" He looks, and he's like, "Yo, that's crazy." He calls out to the couple, so the two single guys have separated from us because they went to some, like, big auto shop. I don't fucking, whatever. So the two single guys separated, and so my husband's like, "Yo, look across the street." The couple looks. It's a 7-foot story sex store,
Holy
and
shit.
it is like on display, like shameless. I wanted to go in, but the other couple was like, "We're not comfortable with that," and I was like,
Rip.
Weak.
yeah, I was like,
Weak.
"That's lame." And like, my husband didn't want to get like to separate the group too much because only like 3 people had a SIM card, and he was not one of them. So he was
Oh.
like, "Oh, I don't want to separate too much." And I was like, "Oh, too bad." So I text the 2 guys. I was like, "Guys, you do me a solid. When you guys come to Akibara, I need you to walk in there and I need you to explore this place for me, okay?" And they were like, "Okay." And they were like, I think that's when,
See.
so I'm not very close to the 2 single guys. I'm closer to the couple, and the 2 single guys, like, this was their dawning realization that they were like, the grossest member of this group is her. And I was like, yeah, this was not a surprise to me. And it wasn't a surprise to my husband or the other couple either. They were all like, "Yeah, we knew that."
My own not really problem. The sex shop doesn't interest me. I'd just be like, where's the soap land? Fuck all this toy shit. Where's an actual
dog.
woman at?
Dog,
No, I want to
this-
touch a woman.
this-
Fuck
dog.
the sex shop. I
You-
want to touch a woman.
No. Okay, so we walked into a small sex shop, not the 7-story one. We walked into a smaller one. Dude, in Japan, that shit is fucking cool. Because our sex shops in North America are fucking boring. It's like, okay, there's like a plethora of dildos, like 3 fleshlights, and then like a bunch of like extensies, cool, whatever. In Japan, there's like not like demos where you can like pick a fleshlight up and then like sample the goods and then put it back on the shelf, but it would be like a
The Tenga
cross-sectional.
Factory, yeah.
Yeah, it would be like a cross-sectional, and you could feel like the different ribbing and like the different skin textures, and it was really cool.
Sister.
And I was like, this is
Sister.
so cool.
Unfortunately,
Sister, I do not care. I want to touch another human being.
Actually, okay, you know what? No, you know what's sad? I actually did want to go. So one of the single guys wanted to go to the red light district, and he asked the group.
Oh, I
he
was
like,
scared to go
he
there.
was like,
Why?
I'm so curious.
okay, so
Because that's run by the Yakuza.
Yakuza. But
Okay,
also,
they'll take your money and they'll fucking throw you out.
No,
Just
no,
go
no,
back to your
here's-
hotel. You'll be
here's the-
fine.
here's the
I just
other
wanna
thing.
walk. I
Here's
just
the
wanna,
other
like,
thing
look
with
at
the red
stuff,
light
like, cool.
district. As a foreigner, if you very much look like a foreigner, you have to go to very specific areas of the red light district. Otherwise, they actually are like very anti-foreigner.
Oh yeah, I know what it
Like,
was.
I don't
Just-
want to
Okay.
end up dead. I'm sorry.
You're not gonna end up
You're
dead.
not
They're
gonna
gonna
end up
take your
dead,
money.
no. But so what
Dramatic
happened
ass.
was one of the guys was like, "Would you guys like be cool with it if I went to the red light district?" I was like, "Downs," and then he was like, I wasn't inviting you. And I was like, I'm not there to sample the goods. I just want to window shop. Chill the fuck out. And then this dude ended up pussying out. I was like, you're such a fucking blue balling me. That's fucking crazy, bro. Because if I said I wanted to go, my husband was like, no, there's no reason for us to go. And I was like, I just want to fucking go.
I just want to look at the boobs and the dicks.
I just want to see. But it was so crazy because our first night in Osaka, we had a lot of call girls like handing out flyers, which we didn't get approached because we were obviously very foreigners. We obviously looked like foreigners.
Your money's no good here.
Yeah, well,
even though it's all the same money.
So actually, when my husband and I were alone, like it was just the two of us, we actually did get approached because my husband looks like he looks Japanese passing. I look racially vague. Like, you know, I'm Asian, but you like most people will not clock which Asian I am right away. So we would get approached when we were like just us two, and we were like, oh, thanks.
I'm originally from Las Vegas, so the whores are different out there. It's tiny skirt, big bags.
Ooh.
If you can see their ass and their bag is huge, that's a hoe.
Oh shit.
That's a 304.
Oh shit, okay, I didn't know that.
I'm
not well versed in,
I miss it.
In
prostitution.
Same.
Am I?
In American stuff.
Bro, don't come over,
that's
bro.
specifically
Okay.
Las Vegas.
Because
Well, those girls aren't allowed in the hotels because they're
Oh.
they're hooking. They they have to specifically be with somebody. So
Okay.
you see quite a few
So-
of them out
so then
just on
question.
the street.
Question. Let's loop this back around. Do
Okay, sorry.
your prostitutes in your hometown also have the big titties, or are they flat chested with the fat asses? Like, where is an array? Like, what are we going for here?
Depends on what part of town you are.
Where you used to live? I don't fucking know.
Fat asses, small titties.
I'm not for that.
Really?
If it was more towards like the actual strip, is big titties, fat asses, low waist. Love that shit. But you can always tell.
Aesthetically, yeah, but like as a person, like that's always my thing. I gotta like you as a person. Once I like you as a person, I don't care what your body looks like.
Aw, that's cute.
That's so cute.
Well, no, that's another problem I have. Because of my two girlfriends, and I had more. I think I topped out at 5, and like, all right, that's enough. No more dating. Dating is hard,
Yeah.
especially when your frontal cortex isn't fully there either. I have lost all train of thought.
You were
Right,
going about
boobs.
like a features.
So-
as long as you like someone, the features are not as important.
That took fucking 12 years to get to. Right. I'm 30. Well, I'm not 30 yet, but I'm close enough. I did specifically go for the big titties, but like once I got to like know you better as a person, I'm like, okay, the big titties are cool, but you as a person are cool. I don't know when I became a regular person. I almost said regressed. Almost.
Regular
I wanted to
versus
say regress
wild
so
statement,
bad.
First of all.
More like progressed.
Yeah, I got my character development arc. I don't know when the fuck that happened. But like, what is it? There's a one girl at work. She's really cool. She's nice. There's nothing up there, and I'm like, I've come a long way as a person. God damn. Even my cousin went, I'm so proud of you, but like, you sure there's nothing up there? And I'm like,
Oh my god.
yeah, I'm
That's
sure.
hilarious.
He's like, we might have to have a party for you. God damn, when did you become a real person? I'm like,
When did you become a real person?
I
Wild
was
phrasing.
like, cousin, your girlfriend's got like a triple D. Shut the fuck up. And he went, yeah, you're right. My bad. I'm sorry.
When
like,
did you become
bitch.
a person? Crazy work.
I don't, but because that's another issue, so to speak. Because there is a girl on night shift, not a girl, woman, because that woman is in her 40s.
Oh.
She's got a kid, and I'm like, that's a red flag or a green flag? She looked at me because she heard me and went, My kid's 13. I'm like, damn, is that a green flag or a red flag?
So red flag.
She's 40 and her kid's 13. Oh.
I was just like,
I mean, it's a red flag for past her, but that's not a reflection of who she is now.
Well, no, that I didn't care about. I'm just like, you right now. I'm
You
like,
could steal that kid's snacks.
We talked about that.
Oh,
I
great,
wouldn't do it.
bruh.
I wouldn't do it. But like, I initially only wanted to talk to her. Well, one, she did give me some fruit snacks. I'm not gonna lie, that is the initial interaction. But it's just like, your titties are bigger than my head, and I have a big head. But like, you gave me. Why did you give me fruit snacks? She's like, I can tell you like, you're an adult, but you act childish as shit sometimes. I'm like, yeah, because it's either that or I kill myself, because fuck being here. And she went, take some more fruit snacks, don't kill yourself. We need you because we are down like 4 people. And I'm like,
I have a question.
What's up?
Every time you see her, does she give you fruit snacks?
No, no, because I'm no longer on night shifts. I'm just like, sup, nerd? And she's like, oh, hi. I'm like, rough day at school. Did your kid have a rough day at school? And she's like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, here's some alcohol. She's like, I will take the alcohol. So the fruit snacks we're talking about, I might be receiving something else, and that's where that sentiment ends. Because she's bigger than you, Noodle, and I went, why are your bras like hundreds of dollars? Why are y'all bras like hundreds of dollars? Because like, bro, what the fuck? I just
remembered my question. Have you ever had a bra snap on you in the middle of the day?
Okay, so
underwire bra?
Not snap, but in my early 20s, I had a bra that I really liked, and it was the kind that hooked at the front.
No.
And there was one time I was rushing to my job, like not my career job, but like my job, and then I guess like the way I was shifting, it unhooked the front hook.
Oh no.
And that sucked. I had to like tuck my arms into my chest. Mind you, at this point, my boobs aren't huge at this point. They're just like, this is like the point when they're about like C going into D's. I had to like do that what the fuck is the term? Like that high school anime girl run where like my hands were like tucked to my chest and just like supporting the girls until I could get there, because the top that I was wearing wasn't one where I could like stealthily like hook that shit back. So I was like, fuck. So I literally like ran in, and at the place I was working at the time, like all of us were tight. So I literally like ran into the back and I was like, don't go to the back. And they're like, okay. And I had to maneuver my top so that it would like give me some modesty, but still I would be able to like clasp that thing back at the front. And then after that I was like, I'm never buying a front clasping bra again. That sucked.
I only asked because in high school freshman year, I had, in the middle of auto shop, I leaned up over something to grab, I don't remember what it was, and I just heard snap. And I was like, oh no. And when I leaned down, it immediately stabbed into me. I was like, I need to go somewhere. I need to fix this immediately.
I have had, like, the spine. Like, I guess that is the underwire. The spine of it. Like, I guess it had shifted so much. And this is like an older bra. And this is, like, when I was much, much younger. I think I was maybe still in, like, university. So, like, really late teens or early 20s. And I remember just, like, one day, my left boob, like my left side boob was so sore, and I was like, what the fuck? And it was like such a weird pain because I didn't know. And then when I got home, the wire had like almost completely jabbed through the fabric and was just wedged into my side boob the whole time. And like I didn't think to like check it because I was like, I don't know why, I just never thought to like check it. And so when I got home, I was like, fuck, man, it sucks. And I had to throw out that bra too, because I was like, yeah, this thing's wire is going to poke out, and it is just like one side flex away from like piercing through the fabric and into my fucking tit. So I was like, yeah, no. I'm getting rid of this bitch.
I used to, because all of my underwire is metal, I would just, whenever a bra would snap, I would just take out the underwire on the other side and then just keep it. So if I ever had like an extra, I had a moment where I could just use it, the underwire, for a different bra that I was not ready to let go, I just had it.
Oh my god, yeah, I couldn't do that. I was like, I'm lazy.
Well, I used to sew. I used to do a lot of sewing, and I did my own cosplay, so it was really easy for me to just be like, I need this bra! It's the good one! It's that's fully fair, broken in.
Because yeah, I can't sew to save my life, so I'd be like, oh, this is just going down the dump.
Oh.
So, like, back to the topic at hand. Why, for the audience, yeah, we'll ask for them. Why are boobs appealing? Should have probably
psychologically, we're programmed to like things that are fertile, and big boobs are.
Okay,
yeah, so, I would say as well. Also, Freudian and his issues, I would say, is also that.
So it's also because back 10 million years ago, when we were just primates, our main view was the bum, and then as we got into all fours, we saw boobs, and that was like the main focus.
Oh, I've also seen Prison School.
Yeah.
I was like, the second you said 10 million, I'm like, oh, I know where she's going with this.
Yo,
granted, I hated Prison School, but you know.
I fucking love that spiel when he's like, if asked between the copy of your original, naturally I would choose the original. I was like, bro, that's crazy work. I quote that a lot.
I did a boobs panel at Classicon North, and my friend was like, we gotta put that clip in. I'm like, that's an ass clip. Why the fuck we put an ass clip in for boobs? And you know what his response was?
Have you seen the clip?
No. It was, I let you have Inakai's dog until she can go for magical girls. You gotta let me have this. And I went, you know what? Fair.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Do not watch either of those two anime. They are not great.
No, I watched the first 3 episodes of Inukai's dog, and I was like, I think this is going into a territory that I personally don't partake in, so I'm done.
Man, what if I told you nothing really happened other than a dog licked some titties?
That's so weird, though.
Fair, but I'm like, brother, if you're gonna commit, give me the whole thing. Don't pussyfoot around this shit.
No,
we know what you want to do. Just fucking do it.
Again, back to my previous statement. I respect it, but I don't play that game.
Understandable. You can ask them, either you do it or you don't do it. There is no in between. There's no kind of doing it. Well, one or the other.
If we're talking about anime, I think there was one time I was on TikTok, and my TikTok For You page is so specific now. It's like, it's all just anime, D&D, like just really nerdy shit. So I was going through, and then there's this guy who's like, oh, so I watched this like really weird anime. He starts describing it, and I was like, hey, I think I know this one. And then when he finished the clip, I was like, oh shit, I do know this one. And that was like a very sobering realization.
What the fuck? No. What was the show? No.
Stigmata no Quizer.
Oh, the breastfeeding. I drink titty milk. I get stronger. I win. Okay.
Okay. That is seriously underwhelming. It's holy titty milk. Okay. They're specific boobs.
They're nuns. That's why she's saying holy, because they're nuns.
You have to pick not just the nuns. You have to pick specific girls. You can't just be on the street and some demon will explode out of the ground and you can grab the next bitch walking past you, suck her breast, and then bolt into the battle, you have to have specific bitches. I'm like not even shitting.
If they aren't producing milk, you can't have the milk to fight.
None of the girls were producing milk though. Like one of the main characters, she's like a university student who doesn't have kids. They just produce milk when the magic users need it, but like. So, like, there is an episode that addresses that where, like, they kidnap the wrong girl because she looks identical to, like, the target, and the bad guy sucks her tit, and she's like, oh, what is this basic bitch booby juice? And, like, shoves her aside. And I was like, oh, shit. And so, like, they actually, like, and they go through this whole exposition of, like, yeah, so, like, the holy magic booby milk is, like, they're, like, descendants of, like, a god, some shit like that. I don't fucking remember. But I was really, like, I watched that show up till the very end, because I was like, there must be more to it, right? And shockingly enough, the plot, except for the booby sucking, is really interesting.
That's my thing with interspecies reviewers. If you look past the sex, there's like 3 amazing subplots, and I'm like, hey, can we get back to why Krim doesn't have his halo?
I want that
his halo, and I'm over here like,
I love that show.
Let me go read the manga because I need answers.
I am the gooner friend, other than Juvie approaching me being like, T, how comfortable you're talking about tits. And I was like, too comfortable, queen, what's up? She was like, hey, I knew it. So she's not the first person who's approached me about this. I literally had another friend hit me up in DMs and was like, so, like, I've had a couple people tell me that you know where to find the good NSFW scripts. And I was like, yeah, got you. Replied to him within, like, an hour. And he was like, what the fuck? And I was like, am I people's I know a guy for Goonie shit? And then I was like, damn. Well, I'm not fighting that. And then so really recently I have a friend, she like will DM me like tweets of screenshots. I'm not even shitting, and this is I don't know, depending on your perspective. For my mother, this is a tragic statistic. For me, it's impressive. 8 out of 10 times, I'll know where that came from. It's crazy.
Love it. Love it.
And sometimes I'm like, I think I know. Let me Google it, and I'll check, and I'll look through my manga decks reading list, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's been on there for like 3 years. Yeah, I knew. She's like, oh, thanks, queen. You're the one I turn to when I don't know something.
I am that friend for some people.
Especially
when it comes to fanfic.
Oh, fanfic went back in the day for me. I was very specific to only Inuyasha fanfiction, but now I've broadened my scope.
All right, question for the women, because I will not insult our guests.
Me? Are you saying me?
No,
Yes,
he's saying me.
Oh.
He doesn't want to insult you. He has no problem insulting me.
Oh.
Because you enjoy it. Sometimes.
It's horrible because I just redid the BDSM test and it's real bad.
Oh, yo, my BDSM test has not changed.
Oh my god. Anywho, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Ask your question for the letters.
So, because I asked my coworker the same question, because I was like, are these questions too weird? And she's like, no, but we need to have a conversation. I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble.
Okay.
Do you derive... So I'm assuming this is literally by a person-by-person basis, but do you derive more pleasure from, like, having the boob itself played with or the nipple played with?
Nipple.
There's not enough nerve endings in the rest of the
when your
breast
boob
mound.
gets too big, you lose a lot of nerve endings, so the nipple is mostly like
the nipple is where
that pleasure.
Yeah, where the nipple has more nerve endings. The actual breast tissue, like everything outside of the areola, that is like the same. It's like the same feeling as like grazing your arm. It's like, oh yeah, that's nice.
It's like meh.
Oh, that sucks a lot.
But like when you get, and if you're really good with like nipple stimulation, you can make a person come from that, which is very fascinating.
a lot of girls, not a lot, but
Good portion.
A well experienced partner can cause a climax from nipple stimulation.
So hot, so tasty.
It's good shit.
What's your favorite thing to do with your boobs?
Hold them. Give them a jiggle.
I think, yeah, they're like stress balls for me.
Give them a good squeeze.
I think that was like one of the hard things to get over after the pandemic, when things started to get normal again. Because during the pandemic,
that in public.
Yeah, because when I was at home, I got so used to like when I was like stressed out, I was so used to just like cupping the girls. So then like when I was when I was released back into real life, like there were times where I would just like have one hand on my tit and I'd be like, oh shit. And I would just be like, oh shit, I hope I didn't look weird. And so I had to like readjust to like, now I will like the posture of putting your hands on your hips, I do the same thing, but I hike my hand higher so it just kind of cups the girls. So it gives people the illusion that I'm just unimpressed, but actually this is me stress balling my tits. But like just the under part. Yeah. It's good shit. It's good shit for the boob havers who like to use their boobs as stress balls. If you just like have your hand hiked up high and just cup under the girls, like under the side boob and under the cup, it kind of gives you a little bit of an illusion that you're still cupping your boob.
Okay.
More you know.
Any like, this is gonna sound really fucking weird.
I'm so excited.
Any like tips for big titty havers or small titty just titty havers?
Are you talking like just in general of like having boobs,
sure.
Or are you talking like pleasuring the girls?
Both. Fuck it. Both.
All of the above.
I think in terms of pleasuring, you just have to listen to your partner, because everybody likes it different. Like there's some times where like I'll be reading like a hentai and I'm like, oh my god, he's like, dude is just like, I don't know, just like one muscle twitch away from fully gnawing the nips, and I'm like, that can't be good. But there's some people who like that. I don't personally like that. So just listen to your partner. Listen to like, and like for the girlies, like just play with yourself. Like you'll find what you like. I'm not even shitting. I'm not even like saying it to be a perv. Just like fondle your boobs and like up. And like fondle your nipples and like feel what you feel like is. It feels good. Like do you like feather light touches? Do you want it to be a little bit more like tweaking? Rough. Do you want it to be rougher? So like for the girly pops and the booby havers, like explore yourself, and for the partners of the booby havers, listen to your partner, because that's like, for me, that's like that's the best advice, because I don't think there's a general broad like umbrella of like, well, all girls like it when you do that. Like, no, that's not real.
Can I just be like a pervert for a second?
Yeah.
Do you prefer being groped, the nipple being sucked, or pinching?
Sucked.
Thank you for asking, because I feel like I couldn't.
Oh, you're welcome.
I have no filter. I have no filter, dog.
Well, no, it's not that you have no filter. It's just I don't feel
as a man, he doesn't
enough
feel like he can
that.
Oh, I understand.
Granted, I should because of the nature of our podcast, but like in the back of my head, I'm like, she gave me full reign. I should use it in my brain. Like you're not like that. Just it comes off as creepy. And I'm like,
I mean, I understand. I get, and I appreciate where you're coming from. But I walked into this knowing full well, like Juvie fully said, like he's gonna ask shit. And I was like, I don't care. And given the nature of the podcast, I didn't assume that I wouldn't have assumed that it would have been like you like getting your nipples sucked? Like, I wouldn't have thought of that. I would have just been like, yeah, this is just a question.
Let's do it. It's not what you said, it's how you said it. It's too much effort. It's far too much effort.
I'm glad I said it.
But yeah, no, I mean, getting them played with is nice, but I definitely prefer having them like
The
sucked on.
suckage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. 110%. Another pervert question, unfortunately. Because it takes a long time for, like, guys to, like, fully understand, like, where boob comfortability is and, like, being groped. Did you, like, prefer, like, when they were right in front of you groping, or, like, your back to their chest and they're, like,
like
touching
spooning?
the boobies? Yeah.
I think when it's getting hot and heavy, I prefer spooning. But there's times where I need my husband to just affirm for me that something is not like.
Look me in my eyes,
not
bitch.
weird.
Look me in my eyes!
No,
Look me in
there
my
was one time
eyes.
I was like, "Hun, is this abnormal?" Because like it was my period, so one boob was a little bit bigger than the other,
It's
and
like that.
I started overthinking. So I like ran into the room like stark naked because I was like fresh from the shower. I was like, "Hun, can you check this?" And then he was so clinical about it. He just like puts his hands on and just starts like weighing them, and he's like, "Seems good to me." I was like, "Okay."
I've had to do that.
Okay, so
I feel that.
that's wild to me. No, it's just the clinicalness. That's the wild part. If my wife is running at me full speed naked, I'm like, well,
It's time for sex.
it's time for sex. Because what other reason would she be doing this?
Okay, for context,
That or she
though,
needs an aggressive cuddle, like
Well,
one of them.
I think for context, though, I wasn't running to him like, "Babe," like I was like distressed.
Oh.
So I think that's where the clinicalness came
something
from.
wrong
Okay.
with my
He
I
was
was
just like, he was like, I think it was like very, I think you can tell from just like how this talk has been going. I'm very expressive, so like I didn't just go up to him and be like, "Hey, can you like feel these?" I literally ran in like,
What's wrong with my boobies? Touch them.
I literally
Okay.
ran into the room like
That makes more sense
"Hon,
now.
Can you check?" And he was like, "Okay, babe, I got this." Like very like
Give me the
clinical.
boobs.
He was like, "Okay, babe, come here," and he was like very clinical, very like anatomical about it. Because I think he
Okay.
can,
I've had almost the exact same experience. So I
yeah, I
understand.
think that's the thing is like if I walked in just casual, like, "Hey, can you feel these?" Maybe he might have gotten a bit excited, but because I did not come in with a vibe of casualness or seduction, just pure unfiltered distress, I think he knew that this was not the time to make moves.
Fair. Now that I know you were
Understandable.
fully distressed, I'm like, okay, that checks out.
Yeah, no, I was
Well,
like
to be-
fully distressed.
Honestly, also, your left boob will typically be bigger than the right because of your heart.
Oh, I do
Their ribcage-
notice.
Our rib cages are slightly different from men's.
I do notice, like, when I'm brushing my teeth, our sink is a little bit lower, so I have to lean forward, and I could not unfixate on the fact that my right boob sits a bit lower.
It also distresses me because I'm like, why you do this, boob?
Yeah, I don't
Do
like
right,
it.
boob.
I mean, like, when I
Do
have,
right.
like, a bra on, or, like, even when without a bra, when it's covered, it doesn't look like that, but I just hate seeing it when I'm looking at the mirror. I'm like,
I understand.
like,
It's that
ugh.
you can notice it. It's not other people can. It's the fact that you can, and
yeah,
that's what irritates.
and I don't like the sensation of the lopsidedness. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if it was, like, one's bigger, but it's literally just one sits lower.
Yeah, that
And I
happens
don't
with,
like
with
that.
boobs.
Yeah, I don't like
It
it.
happens with larger set boobs.
Yeah,
So
I don't
I
like
understand.
it. And then, like, I literally
don't
one
either.
time took a ruler to, like, make sure that I wasn't going crazy, and I, like, put the ruler under my nipples to see, and it was slanted, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
I hate
I have
that.
the same issue.
You took
I
a
have the
level
same-
to your nipples and you were like, ah, oh, damn.
Yeah, like, actually, because I wanted to know, is it just, like, the way the tissue sits, or are my boobs actually lopsided? So I just had to know for my own
Sanity. Yes.
for my own understanding. I don't know.
Yes.
And I was like, fuck. I hate that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. In terms
That
of
silence
Yeah,
other,
was
I
so
totally
loud.
understand.
well, I was just thinking, I was trying to remember the question, but, like, I think in terms of, like, other things, like, what other what was the question again? Like advice or tips? I
Sure.
think honestly, like, do not look at anime.
Please
Yeah,
don't.
anime is not
standard-
sex. That's just for fun.
Well, not even like the
That's
sex, but just like
performative.
don't even look at anime as the standard, because like the boobs are obviously drawn perkier. They don't represent like how boobs work, and like
Oh, yeah.
boobs sit in such different shapes. Like I was like, I used to be a swimmer, and so one time we were changing, and I was like really self-conscious because my nipples point outwards, and one of the girls, hers were just like pretty straightforward, like straight, and I was like, oh, is it weird? Mine deviate weird. Is that
Some of them
like-
are cockeyed.
Yeah, mine are kind of cockeyed, so I was like, oh, it's weird. And then as I got older, I was like, oh no, it really just depends how your breast sits. Also genetics.
Yeah, that as well. Plus, you were still like in the middle of like boobiting.
Yeah. When I was a swimmer, I was a high schooler, so yeah.
Suna is so sick of my autism
The
words.
boobs were
I
boobing.
truly am.
The boobining.
Have you
Yes.
have you seen
Go
those
ahead.
like YouTube shorts and Instagram and Reels and TikToks of like this guy, and he like makes like jokes about male writers, and then like in the videos he's always like he's talking about like this like detective, I forgot her name, like Detective Jane Noir or something, and like he always talks about her boobs because he's like making a joke about male writers. And then there was one time he makes this huge gesture like of like a huge breast, and he was like while she was assessing the mystery scene, she couldn't see the body because her massive mounds, and I just like could not stop laughing because I went through all his stuff, and like it was just
I love
so
the way
funny.
boobs get described. The way boobs get described in anything is so hilarious.
So you're a fan fiction reader, possibly even
And a
writer.
And
Okay, yeah, writer. Are there like terms for boobs that you just like have to be like, I just gotta muscle through this word and just keep reading?
Yes, 110%. That's why I've just given up. I've like, I say boob, tit, or breast. That's all. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, so
I'm at that point where I'm not writing her luscious mounds. No, I'm not writing that shit. That's fucking weird.
I made a tweet about that because I was like, when you're drawing, so easy because you just have to draw. But like when you're the writer, it's so hard
annoying.
because it's like
Ooh,
breast.
ooh,
I can't draw
Like,
dicks, but I can
I-
describe them.
But like here's
I'm
the
gonna
thing.
disagree.
What?
Fuck you.
I think drawing is easier, but it's it's also harder at the same time because you can't just draw two circles
No,
or
no,
two
no.
city
You-
circles.
so what
To be
You can
fair, I
have
think
the
she's
thought
talking
in your
about.
head. You can have the depiction in your head.
So
With words, it's so much harder.
and what I mean,
Because you
what
can't
I-
use the same word like
Oh my god!
a dozen
Why?
times in
God,
the same
but
writing.
use
what
the
I-
Because
same
otherwise it
word
starts to
to
what I
Disagree.
mean by another thing is what I mean by easier isn't necessarily the execution of the drawing. It's that like when you draw good boobs, they look good. But like when you're writing, so like breast, vagina, and penis sound clinical. Boob,
They do.
dick, and pussy sound juvenile, and then tit, cock, and cunt sound
I like
so
using cunt.
aggressive. So it's
I
just
don't
like
care. I love
so-
using cunt.
I like
That's one of my
using cunt, but I
favorites.
know that sometimes it just sounds so aggressive. So I'm just like,
It
man,
You're
sometimes
not an
writing this
American,
shit is
it's
That's
hard.
why I love
fine.
that shit. When I'm writing sex scenes, it is meant to be explicit. I'm using grimy, icky words.
I don't
Like
I
that-
don't always mind it, but sometimes I'm just like, well, like I'm trying to narrate like a emotional scene, and I've already used pussy like twice, so I don't really want to say cunt because they're making love,
there's-
not fucking.
Oh no, all mine are fucking. There's no love.
I was just
But-
saying, noodle stuff is filth.
It's
No,
I am the dead dog
Oh,
tag.
yeah,
There is
no,
not
I
a
have no
single
problem
fic
with
that
that. Some of my
I've
shit-
written. All of them have
Please
dead
stop
bub in it.
talking
There's
over
not a
each other.
Oh, girl, that's chill.
my
Like,
God.
I write some of that stuff too, but sometimes I'm like, sometimes I just really want like a very sweet, intimate lovemaking scene, and I don't want to
Nah, it's
use
all
he
hate
ro-
fuck.
I don't know how to write he rod her cunt but like romantically.
Wet heat. There's that one.
Oh, wet heat. But like for boobs,
Oh.
my least favorite thing is when they refer to the nipple as rosy bud. I'm
Oh
like,
my god!
I'm like, I always like read that, and I'm always like, I'll close my eyes and just be like,
I'm
and then
looking
I'll
at a
keep
flower.
reading.
I'm not looking at a nipple.
I just hate it. Well, for me, the thing that
Yeah,
I don't
hate
like, I don't
describing
mind
nipples.
the bud word. It's rosy, because I'm like, not
Yeah.
all of them are rosy. Some of these bitches are brown. Okay, the fuck. Some of
I've
them.
seen someone describe them as chocolate kisses, and I had to put the fic down. I was like, I'm done today. Ugh.
No, I don't like that.
I don't like it. I had to put it down. I was like, of all ways to describe this, that is not what I wanted to read.
And like totally topical, but like segueing away from fanfic is so me and one of my friends, Juvie knows this friend too. We were talking about Stigmata no Quasar, and then I was on a not funded website.
You were sailing the seas.
Yeah,
Nondescript website.
I was sailing the seas, and then I was just perusing, and there was this one that stood out to me called Strawberry Milk, and it stood out to me because the girl's boobs were nice. And I read the premise, and it's literally she liked strawberry milk so much, and then she drank enough that she started lactating strawberry milk. But also, she drank the one she drank specifically to instigate this was clearly demonic or angelic in nature. We haven't gotten that far yet, but it was magical. And so she started like lactating, and it got to the point where it was painful. Anyways, it is the weirdest way to set up a reason for the female lead and the male lead to start fucking. But it was good shit. Me and her were joke reading it at first, and we were like reading it together, not together like reading it out loud, but we were reading at the same time in Discord call. And then
I love doing that.
And then I was like, yo, this is good. And she's like, are you at this part yet? And I was like, no. And so she sends me a screenshot. I was like, oh my god, you're so far ahead of me. That's how we figured out we were both reading it. And then and then finally we finished. We were like, dude, that shit was so good. Like, unbelievable. Like, we literally started reading it for the memes and the lols, and then it ended up being like, oh shit. That was good shit. And not even like the smut, just like the buildup of like the romance and shit. I was like, damn, that's good shit. That's crazy. Yeah, I can link you that one if you want it.
It
Yes,
sounds
and also
interesting.
slow burn also goes so hard, but I have this issue where I just want them to fuck.
I think I like the slow burn because I like edging.
Oh,
So it works out for me. It's like emotional edging, you know what I mean?
respect. Yes.
Let me look this shit up. Oh, here, I found it. Oh my god, they updated it? That shit's crazy.
Oh, I'm loving.
So, when your husband is not coming inside of you, fuck it, I'm just gonna go all out, I don't care. Does he like use them for target practice? Do you prefer your face or your back? Like,
I guess
because
it
I
depends.
assume
Like,
boobs, because they're huge and they're there.
well, okay, so my torso is not long enough, is not short enough. I have a longer torso, so it's pretty far. So that doesn't shoot up that far. Usually depending, because I prefer doggy style, so usually it's on my back.
But like, I gotta roll you over and just be like, listen. At some point, it becomes a goal to go. Okay, I have to hit her tits. Her stomach is fine, but like, I gotta shoot all the way up there. It becomes a goal at some point.
Mao, crazy work, my guy.
Oh, homie, band students are not the most
Oh, I know. Don't worry.
normal.
I'm
Oh,
trying
no,
to
I
think.
know.
I don't think he has, But I think that's more of him being afraid that I will get upset, and I wouldn't.
You
But I
should
don't
tell
know.
him that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it never occurred to me that that would be something that some people would be into. I don't care. But yeah, I'll tell him. I'll be like, if you want to. Be like, I'll freak the fuck out. The heck?
Target practice.
Yeah. As long as he helps clean up. I'm like, I don't care, as long as you help clean up.
Oh yeah.
What gentleman would not offer his maiden a towel?
I hate the phrasing of that. I would have preferred. I literally would have preferred what homeboy wouldn't help his bitch out. Like, I actually would have preferred that than what good sir would not help his lady. Like,
His
Sorry.
maiden. Homie said
Don't-
maiden.
yeah.
Been chilling with too much fucking Night Rain.
Yeah, no, I would have much preferred, like, yo, what homeboy wouldn't help his bitch. Like, I would have preferred that.
Nah.
Oh, doesn't help better help.
Gotta diversify the portfolio.
That's crazy, brother.
I mean,
Yeah.
we could have taken that to a much more misogynistic route, but you know,
Oh. No, it
Oh,
wasn't
that's
Thank you very much.
crazy.
I can't do that with you. Well. With all that being said, it's time for last call. For the uninitiated, last call is any final thoughts, questions, concerns, or opinions we might have on the topic. I'm pretty sure we all like boobs, which is why we're here. Did anyone have any final things they want to say about boobs?
Not
Big
really.
boobs.
I think boobs are how I figured out that I am pansexual. Because I really like them. Like, I get more aroused seeing them than I get aroused seeing a male figure.
That's
I
such a
respect that.
cold take,
Hmm.
but we'll accept it.
Why? Why is that a
I feel like
cold
it just- I feel like-
take?
Because
Like
everyone likes
dispensary.
boobs and dicks are fucking gross, dude.
Okay. Here's the thing: is like my first, like I said, I'm my husband and I are practicing Christians. My family was very, very conservative. So my
I'm
first
sorry.
sight of a penis was an anatomically correct picture, like textbook picture, and my first thought was, that looks like the shit from that Alien movie. And from then on, I was like, I
And
don't
now you
know.
know why
boobs
people
are
are
way
turned
better.
on by the alien.
Yeah, and then like, but when I first saw boobs in like a sexual context, I was like, oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Whereas when I first saw a penis, I was like, oh no.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. So that's my last. What do you call it? Last call, last take.
Last call.
Yep, last call. Because we're in a lounge.
Noodle, Puce, anything you want to contribute?
No, because it's late.
All
It is
boobs
late.
are good boobs.
I love boobs.
2 is the perfect amount. 3, I feel like is too many, and 1's not enough. So 2 is like perfect.
To what?
2 boobs.
2 boobs.
Two, like, are you talking 2 pairs of boobs or
No.
like?
Nope, just
2
Two breasts.
individual a pair of breasts, a set of titties.
I'm just making sure. Like, I don't know. Maybe you're polyamorous and you like want to have 2 pairs of supple breasts.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
One
alright.
Supple, I'm gonna eat you.
So-
Don't
so
you say that.
The one time I got to
I
do it,
hate that
it
word
was
sometimes.
amazing.
go on. I don't know. That sounded like you had
No,
something more to say.
It was amazing. It was way too much to set up because fuck being in high school, that shit's for the fucking birds. But like all that planning and execution was fucking worth it. That shit's great. I hope everyone who likes boobs gets to enjoy it at least once. If you don't like boobs, the 2 ass cheeks, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat. Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
kind of
thank
weird though,
you.
because go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say thank you for having me. It was fun.
Thank Juvie, because we were floundering and we would have deflected all those questions at Noodle for being the only boob haver. So
You saved me.
So, with all that being said, where can the people find you, T?
Literally all of my socials are at profanity, PROFANITEA_. So twitch.tv is my main thing. Twitter. Don't actually follow my Twitter. It's gross, and it's not just boobs. It's very gross.
It's
So
so
yes,
worth
follow it.
It's so worth it, guys. Desiree would get us out of here, but I'm gonna give her the night off. Well, the end of the shift off. She went home early. Yeah, let's go with that. So I'm gonna post a VTuber audio about boobs to get us out of here. So bye.
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 All boob is good boob. Flat is justice. Medium is premium. And large, I don't know what people say for big boobs. We love titty monsters, you know? There's nothing wrong with having a lacking quote-unquote chest department. There is no such thing as a lacking chest department. All boobs are good boobs. There's no such thing as a bad titty ever. All titties are absolutely wonderful and gorgeous. All boobs are amazing. There's no such thing as a bad booba. Please, don't ever say anything bad about your boobs again. Never again. You're perfect just the way you are. Please, you give something unique to the world. You give something unique